in spite of the fact that it's really true that we have a high spirit and we are surviving, but it is not very easy. People are complaining and people are upset. But on the other hand, we have a sense that what we are doing is a necessary thing. First of all, the high inflation, do you know why it is? Why is it happening in Israel?
Why?
Well, there's a very good reason for it. Do you know that we gave up for peace purpose the oil fields that we had in Sinai? And now we have to spend a lot of money, I don't have to tell you how much, for oil. And instead of having it during the years that we had it in Sinai. Then we have also to move all the airfields that we had in Sinai and to build new ones in the Negev. And it cost a lot of money to build new airfields. We have to move our camps, soldier camps that were spread all over Sinai now to build new ones. And all this cost a lot of money. So we are really paying for peace purpose. And when it comes for peace, every Israeli will give his last penny for this purpose, because we don't have any other greater goal in life than to have our children live up their life to the fullest and not to lose our best boys, sons and children in the war. So everybody feels and knows that we have a purpose, and it gives us some strength to overcome this difficulty of terrible inflation.
Okay. Mrs. Navon, what is your idea with sheltered cities? How would that work? How would you like to provide then for the children of disasters?
Well, first of all, I think we have to decide upon it. It has to be agreed between all the countries in the world that this place where children are sheltered wouldn't be bombed. Like the Red Cross, for example. If you see a Red Cross flag and people are wounded, they are not bombed. I want that the place where children are, it's safe place, it will not be bombed. This is the essential thing now. How to do? Well, first of all, if a war starts, we have to throw down disc. I think it's very important. The result of war is that many children after that looking for their parents looking for their children. If you have a disc with the name of your father and his address, then you can bring them together. Then you can also put them together in a place where they will get food, they will be sheltered, they will have some educational stimulation, something to do, crayons and paper, and they will be taken care of and get food and get medication. Up to now, many organizations have taken care of children, like for example in Cambodia. But it took a long time, several months, until the money was raised, until the help arrived, and in the meantime, so many children have died. So many children have this terrible trauma of war. Did you see there was a movie on CBS of painting of children from Cambodia? Did you see the horrible sceneries that they painted? What terrible shock it was for them. So what I want is that we will be ready with a model, with a feasibility study that will show what is the thing that we must do in order to save the children in the right moment, in the first moment, that they wouldn't have to go through these terrible things.
So there would be a place then to send the children to. How is it that the children would be sent there? Are you talking about separating them from their families, or just providing a place for children that don't have a place to go to, or what is your idea?
Well, the first thing is I'm talking about children who are orphaned or separated from their parents. I'm not talking about children who have a family, because if you have a family, you're in a good shape. I'm not trying to solve the problem of all the people in the world. I'm now concerned with young children who are the first one to suffer, who are the first one to suffer, who don't have the means to defend themselves and to help themselves. They are young. If they don't eat, they die from hunger. If they are wounded, they lose blood, and then they are dead. So I'm talking about the first one to be
the first relief then. The first, don't worry about it. The first opportunity to...
אלה שסובלים ראשונה. I'm talking about the first one to suffer. The first one to suffer are the children because they cannot defend themselves. Grown up, women, men, they can defend themselves. But children, they are very quickly weakened. They are very quickly abandoned. They are very quickly dead. And therefore, I want to take care of these little ones who are orphaned and separated from their parents. Now you ask me where? It can be anywhere. It has to be agreed upon between the people or the countries who are at war in a consensus, on a third country or in a field. But the point is that all the countries in the world will agree that this is to be done, like with the Red Cross, that when there is a war and you put a flag on a certain place where children are, you don't bomb it. And then you have to be prepared. A model study, a feasibility study has to be done in advance to see what are the things that you need for such a shelter. Blankets, tents, medication, health. I was in Mexico. They have a pill instead of 1 glass of milk. We can store all these things, food, medication, educational tools. So all this will be stored in several places in the world. And when war starts in a certain continent, we can immediately ship it to the place. And then the countries or UNICEF will decide where will be the place where the shelter city can be established. And there you ship the things, and there is where you give the children the shelter. But one important thing is that all the countries have to agree to take back the children that are going to be placed in a shelter city. Because this was, many countries wouldn't take 1 million citizens, even if it is children, because they will have a problem of overpopulation. So one of the things has to be that all the countries will agree that the children are returning to their home. You understand?
Thank you very much. Okay, now one second with your visit.
This is very exciting, really.